Middle of the week, crew, what's happening? It's Capital Extra Breakfast with Robert Bruce and Shayna Marie, and we are super excited this morning, joined by one of our very favourite icons.
Yeah, one member of the OG group, of course, So Solid Crew.
Top tier performances in Top Boy, 1,000 Blows, Get Rich or Die Trying, and his brand new show on Netflix now, Adolescence.
Also got a book coming out later on this year because he does it all.
And making a big return to the music. There's a new EP and a new track alongside the legend that is Giggs. Let's give it up for, ladies and gentlemen, it's Ashley Waters, everybody!
Just another day, Ashley.
You lot rehearsed that?
No.
No, you lot are so talented. Do you know what? I listen to you guys a lot, so it's good to be here in person.
Much
appreciated.
Well, welcome to the studio, our humble abode. First off, congratulations. Your new single, Take a Pic, is out now with the one and only Giggs. Talk to us. How did this song come about? What was the story behind it?
Not really a major story, to be honest. I went in with Splurge Boys. Couple years back now, we started making music again. This track came about from one of the sessions, and like it was just obvious that it needed to be the landlord. You know when you hear a track and you're like, I know who can go on that. I had to take him out to dinner. To get into it. Yeah, to take him out to dinner to get into a group. He didn't force me to.
Yeah.
But I was like, that was my way in it. Like, we went out to dinner, me, him, and ML. And we was in an Italian restaurant. And I played him the track. And he was like, yeah, I'll go on that. So I was like, yes, slightly. I didn't even have to ask. He just put himself on there. But yeah, I'm so glad he blessed me with it. And yeah, you know, it's one of my favourites.
That's a joke. So we know the way to Giggs' heart is food.
Food.
There we go.
He's a food man. Yeah. He's a food man. You hear his line at the end of his bar about the Dover soul, the butter. Yeah, he's a food guy, man.
Foodie.
But where do you find the time to do all of this? Because in amongst filming, writing a book, releasing the EP, like, when do you sleep?
Bro, if I'm honest, I don't sleep, you know. I can't lie. I have to keep it real with people as well, because I don't think people graft as much as, like, you know, like back in the day, it was all about the graft. And I think today people are more like, want to stay at home and do things like, but I travel, man. I'm up and down and I sleep when I can, do you know what I mean? And do you know what, like, one of the biggest things fitting in is my family.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm doing so much, sometimes you lose a lot of time with the fam, with my wife, with my kids and stuff. So because of that, I don't sleep really. Do you know what I mean? There's times where I could sleep, but my son wants to box or he wants to play football or they want to go to the beach or whatever, and you still got to do it, man. So
we want to talk about adolescence as well. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. But before we get there, talk to us about Kingdom. Is it your drama school that you're involved with? What is Kingdom for people that don't know? Yeah,
Kingdom is a part-time drama school that my business partner at the school and my production company set up maybe like 8-9 years ago now. And I kind of came on board maybe 2019. I was doing masterclasses there, so I was going in there a lot and just like talking to the students about acting and stuff. And he was just like, bro, just let's just partner on this. The top tier drama schools in the UK, especially like RADA, you know, Lambda, there's a barrier to entry. You know, those are brilliant schools. They're brilliant schools. I won't say anything bad about them, but there's a barrier to entry for people that come from places like me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you've not grown up kind of reading Shakespeare or that being a part of your life or whatever, it's really difficult to get into those schools.
Okay.
And also the price range to pay for terms and that is really high. So you got to have money and you got to have had like a long experience with acting material before. So we just thought, how do we kind of break that down a bit and allow people that, you know, just want to act and, you know, maybe have had a different career for the first 30 years of their life and have decided now I want to be an actor. Where do they go? And they come to Kingdom. You know, we have you know, 70-year-old women that have kind of retired that are like, I want to try acting, that come to Kingdom. And, you know, you see them chilling at lunchtime with 16, 17-year-old kids that are just on the beginning of their journey of life, do you know what I mean? Which I find amazing, like, you know, and I love it, man. It's like another thing that I genuinely just love doing and being a part of. But the school's doing really well.
Do you know who you also have? My mum. She is a student.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So it's her, the 7-year-olds, the 18-year-olds, my mum. They're just chilling
sick,
at lunch.
man.
Yeah.
I was getting scared then. I was thinking... Don't scare me.
Right, let's talk about Adolescence, because this seems to have taken, at least I see the UK by storm right now. Everyone's talking about this show. Everyone's doing think pieces on this show. I was even watching a behind the scenes breakdown of some of the camera work as well.
Yeah.
What is this show for anyone that hasn't watched it yet?
Well, I mean, it centers around the arrest of a young boy, Jamie Miller, who's been accused of murdering another young girl of the same age that goes to his school. And it just so happens I play D.I. Bascom, the lead detective in the case, right? And it just so happens my son goes to the same school as well. So it's quite close to home, you know, it's close-knit sort of village where it's set. And it just follows, like, that journey, you know, it's 4 different episodes, all shot in one take, which is like, you know, has been done before, but not on this sort of scale on a TV show. And it's kind of the different sections of what happens. So first you got the arrest, and second episode you got my character going into the school just to find out why this would happen. The third episode is like the young kid in therapy awaiting his sentencing. And the fourth episode is how it's affecting the family. Starring Stephen Graham, Erin Doherty, and Owen Cooper, who's new, but like he's a magician, man. I don't know. Like, I was seriously looking at this guy whilst we were rehearsing, like, are you a plant? Or something? You know, when you're like, this can't be real. The kid's never acted before. It's his first job. And he's just blown everyone away. What's touched a nerve is obviously if you're a parent or you're an older brother, older sister, whatever, you know, you're going to be concerned about what's going on. And this is really hit home with a lot of people, even myself. You know, like devices and device time in my house has gone down by at least 80% since I watched the show with my wife, and she looked at me like, you know, we got to do something. Wow. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's kind of why it's been such a bombshell for TV.
It's really doing well. Number 1 in Netflix right now, and everyone is speaking about it. So you should be really proud of it. You mentioned one of your cast members, Stephen Graham, who was recently in the building talking about the one-shot nature of the episodes, and this actually got revealed.
What if you're like halfway through and someone goes, Stephen, God damn it.
That happened once. Did it? Yeah, that happened once.
It happened in Ashley's episode.
Oh, you've gassed them up. Is that Ashley, did you say, Hannah?
Ashley screwed up.
Yeah.
Wow, unbelievable.
Ashley screwed up the one day.
Typical Hannah. Oh, my God.
Stephen's wife?
Yeah, that's Stephen's wife. My bestie. She's one of my besties, man. I love that woman so much. But yeah, it did happen. It did happen, yeah. I said the wrong. So there's like in episode 2, I chase a kid at the end, and I used his name when calling my son instead of my son's character's name right at the end. And it was like, and Philip Barantini, the director, he came up to me after, because I was in bits, bro. You know when like you drop the ball? Yeah. It's like you're dropping the ball for everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's like a football team, bro. You're playing together. And I was in bits, bro, nearly in tears. I was like, because it was such a good take. And he tried to make me feel better by like, no, but maybe, you know, the character's so discombobulated. I was like, Phil, let's just go again.
Run it up.
Yeah, let's go again.
All right, we're going to get to know you a little bit better because you're on the show in the studio with us for the first time. We do this with all our guests that pass through, Ashley. We're going to put a minute on the clock, ask you some quick fire questions. First thing that comes to your head.
Okay.
60 seconds with Ashley Waters in 3, 2, 1. In one word, how would you describe your acting style?
Vague.
First thing you think about in the mornings?
The Bible.
What's the key to a happy wife?
Say yes.
Your favourite verse from your new EP, Test the Waters 2?
First verse on You Don't Know.
What's one thing most people don't believe about you?
I'm scared of birds.
What do you do when you're not in the studio?
Work.
If we were to come to your house, what would you cook for us?
Lobster, mash,
Okay.
bit of asparagus.
All right. Come in. If you were a dancehall artist, what would your first single be called?
Oh, my God. I haven't got a clue. Move on.
What did your school report say about you?
What did it say? Kamikaze? I think one teacher called me a kamikaze.
What does that mean?
It means like I'm everywhere and I'm all fast, or do you know what I mean?
Enough.
Yeah.
Actually, what's enough?
Enough, yeah.
What are you most proud of in your career?
That I'm still here.
What are you currently most grateful for in life?
My wife and kids.
And that was 60 Seconds with Ashley. What was everybody?
All right, Ashley, thank you very much for coming in this morning. We really appreciate it. Hopefully, we'll see you again when the book drops.
Yeah, book's out in May 29th for Always Winning. So, yeah, hopefully, I'd love to come back, man.
Yeah, we'll have you, for sure. Let's give it up one last time for Ashley. What was everybody?